Francis. He says the current problem in the church is precisely the non-acceptance of the Second Vatican Council. Michael, Matt, what do you say? Is that the problem?
What's he talking about?
No.
I mean, once and for all, would he define what it is about Vatican II that we are supposed to accept as faithful Catholics? You know, is there some new dogma defined in the council that we're supposedly rejecting? And if it's not dogmatic, then what are we talking about? Just the spirit of the council? Apparently, that's what he's talking about. And that would be the same spirit, by the way, that Pope Benedict, his predecessor, said ushered in an age of disintegration in the church, where monasteries and convents closed and people lost track. A crisis, he said. The spirit, the council of the media that Benedict said. So this is, to me, it's just absolutely absurd that he comes out and says, he's basically saying, whatever I say the council means is what you must accept in order to be a faithful Catholic. Apparently, Taylor, I'm not sure. But the fact that he will not define what it is that we're supposed to accept or what we're rejecting about Vatican II, to me, that's the story. What is it, Holiness?
Yeah, and I think, I cast my gaze, over the church and I see, that raw deal in China that Francis pursued. I see the Theodore McCarrick aftermath scandal. I see almost all the German bishops promoting same-sex blessing unions, massive hemorrhaging of young people, decline in vocations, religious orders. I mean, you and any layperson could create a punch list of 12 items of serious problems in the Catholic Church. And apparently the biggest problem is there's people who want to go to the traditional Latin Mass as it was celebrated for well over a millennium, centuries and centuries. And then you raised the great question is, well, what is the dogma in Vatican II that is infallible that we must assent to with faith? Where is that list? What is it? And it's never come.
It never has. And we have popes now who have spoken with great concern about the fact the council has been used, whether it be by the media or by the progressives, to do something other than what the council fathers intended. Ergo, for him to just say Vatican II, the rejection of Vatican II, he's not telling us. And I think the lack of specificity is what modernists excel at, and it's very intentional. You don't get to ask what I'm talking about, what specifically we're talking about when we say Vatican II. Just do what we say. And of course, the tacit admission then is that this is a massive new church, a new religion with new liturgies and new catechisms and new evangelizations that are in conflict with the past. Benedict tried to explain unsuccessfully where the hermeneutic of continuity was between the past and the present, because he needed to set that council in line with tradition in order to make it justify it. That never happened. So I think Francis, if anything, he should be out there telling us exactly what he means by this. Otherwise, it's a meaningless thing to do. And it's the statement of a dictator. Just do what I say. I define things. This is a scandal. It's a scandal of unprecedented proportions for him to speak like this.
Yep.